Well, today I think the biggest story coming in from the camp of Arsenal, it's all about them obviously going silent or cooling their interest in Lavia. That's gonna head to obviously excite all Arsenal fans all over the world on Thomas Partey could be stay at the club of Arsenal. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. This is the transfer news show. Smash the like button close to 400 times because looks like Arsenal are set to keep their man that's gonna head to be one of the best CDMs in the Premier League ever since he touched London. And we are talking Nathan Ake, obviously his deal with City, all his new contract has been really signed and is now one of those players that are going to live at City or stay at City for a very long time. And lastly, Isco has undergone his medical. To which club? I'm going to be here revealing to you where Isco is really heading to. So let's see you people subscribe to this channel and hit 17,000 subscribers because you guys have gone ahead to obviously hit the mark of 16,000 subscribers by subscribing to this channel. So how do we get to that mark? If at all you're watching us for the very first time, or you've been always watching us and you've not yet subscribed to this channel, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. So how do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has button subscribe. After, hit the notification bell that will enable you to get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. So where should we start from? I think let's start off with TalkSport, not so? So the TalkSport have come out and told us the following, that Arsenal are keeping tabs on Lavia in case Thomas Partey leaves. Saints have priced Lavia at £50 million, partly because old club Man City have a 20% sell on clause. Now, all of you have been asking yourself why the team of Southampton is calling in for £50 million. It has been revealed to us Man City have a 20% resell clause in there for you. That means if at all they sell Lavia for £50 million, then they'll only get 40. £10 million will go to City. And that is it. So, but that's not the main reason as to why we are here to talk about the resell clause or what. The main reason is that TalkSport hinted that if Partey leaves, Arsenal will go in for Lavia. And we've been knowing this for a very long time. And we can refer this to as snail sports news. That it's pretty slow on extent that they've just gone ahead to report today. But it led us to a very huge development of a story of Romeo Lavia and Thomas Partey. And guess who gave us this first? It was Fabrizio Romano. He said the following: I understand Liverpool new former bid for Romeo Lavia is almost ready, around £42.5 million guaranteed fee plus £2.5 million of add-ons, adding up to £45 million package. Liverpool want to be fast as Chelsea are still interested in Lavia, keeping close eye. Arsenal gone quiet as Thomas Partey could stay. This is the gist of the story. Arsenal gone quiet as Thomas Partey could stay. So Liverpool today are ready to make that bid, and that bid has been put in. And guess what is going to hate to happen to that bid? Fabrizio told us that. Understand Liverpool new form of bid. All right. What is this? I'm going to hate to make a very huge mistake. Let me try to trace this tweet. But let's discuss a little bit about Thomas Partey. So Thomas Partey is a player that Arsenal fans have always not wanted to leave the club of Arsenal. So as they've gone ahead to see to it that they are going to do the needful and keep him, looks like Arsenal are convincing Thomas Partey to stay. Why? Arsenal were ready to go in for Lavia if Thomas Partey had not given them green light of staying at the club of Manchester United. Sorry, at the club of Arsenal. Meaning, Arteta might have won the battle between Arsenal and the Saudi side. Remember, the Saudi side have gone ahead to give Thomas Partey an offer of £400,000 a week. That's a lot of money. Almost times two the amount of money he's getting at Arsenal, and that will equate his annual salary to, I think, £20 million. So for Thomas Partey, being an African player and being in his early 30s, all his early I think he's not in his early 30s. I think that is his third decade. Not so? Third decade of his age. That's where he is. So he believes that he should go, obviously, and go ahead and really get that money. But money is really not a factor. And I think Mikel Arteta is going to hate to sit him down and tell him, please, don't leave the club of Arsenal. So Thomas Partey could stay at Arsenal. Why? Arsenal have cooled their interest in Lavia because Lavia looked to be the ideal replacement of Thomas Partey if at all he left the club of Arsenal. So Arsenal are really ready, and if at all Thomas Partey starts today in the game of Barcelona, as we're going to hate to predict, then Arteta would have gone ahead to get green light from Thomas Partey that is going to stay at Arsenal. But if you don't see Thomas Partey start today, trust me, it will be a signal that Thomas Partey has told Arsenal, I want to leave. That is it. But we brought you a story like 3-4 days back confirming to us that Thomas Partey had agreed personal terms with the Saudi side, and that is obviously very, very, very touching. That is it. It's very, very, very touching, and as it stands, it's all about today. Because in the game of Manchester United, he never started, came on and played like 20 minutes. So I really anticipate that if at all he comes in through, he is going to obviously, having cleared all his clouds with Mikel Arteta, and everything will be signaling to him staying at Arsenal. But the first signal we've gotten today is all about Arsenal cooling or going quiet on Romeo Lavia, and Liverpool have gone ahead to put in their first bid today of £43 million plus £2 million of add-ons. It has been rejected by Southampton. But Liverpool are keeping their foot on the pedal. They are not holding the handbrake of the car, and they are obviously trying to see to it that they push for this deal to be gotten over the line. Now, Fabrice has told us that Liverpool are prepared to return with the new proposal to Southampton for Romeo Lavia. Saints made clear they want £50 million package after initial contact on Tuesday. Talks on player side taking place for weeks. No issues on personal terms. Lavia open to join Liverpool. That is it. So it shows you that Liverpool have gone ahead to obviously overtake Arsenal onto this, but the reason as to why they've gone ahead to overtake them, they've gone ahead to overtake Arsenal is Arsenal look like they're sold on an idea of obviously keeping Thomas Partey. But even if it's not Thomas Partey, they might be looking at other things altogether. And what are those players? Like Aurier Tchouameni. Do you know Tchouameni? Tchouameni is one of those players that they're really looking at, and you never know. Having lost Lavia, they might go in for Tchouameni and obviously add him to their midfield, as being reported for a very long time that Arsenal has gone ahead to register their interest in Tchouameni, that Real Madrid central defensive midfielder. So that is it, what we had as far as Thomas Partey to stay at Arsenal. Update, I'm really concerned, but even Lavia is on his way to Liverpool, as Liverpool have gone ahead to put in a bid. And you know, when Liverpool really starts chasing for a player, in like 48 hours latest, that's how they can get that deal over the line. As it stands, it's all about them putting in the £50 million bid to get the player in. Remember, they've gone ahead to lose Jordan Henderson. They've gone ahead to get in some money, and they want to get that deal over the line. But remember, before Jordan Henderson was here and had not picked interest in going to the Saudi side, that is El Tifak, he couldn't find, sorry, Liverpool never wanted to pay £50 million. They wanted to pay only £35 million. But after getting in some £12 million from the Saudi side and saving a huge salary of Jordan Henderson, their captain, Liverpool have finally gotten in money and increased their bid. That has been rejected, but more is said to be put in through by the side of Liverpool. So let's wait and see how that deal goes upon. All that deal goes on, and we here on Rokani Media Football will be here to bring you the latest news about Romeo Lavia. Whether he will go is sounded tonight or tomorrow, we'll be here to wait and see. Now let's go to Isco. Isco was at Real Madrid, was one of those players that really had a very bad previous 2 seasons at Real Madrid, but he had called on so much interest from teams in the Premier League, Manchester United, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, and very many others in his last 2 years of his career at Real Madrid. But Real Madrid refused to offer him a new contract, and he was a free agent. But finally, he has gotten himself a club where to play at. And today, Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to obviously put this up and told us that Isco to Betis, here we go, agreement in place for 1-year deal, wanted by the manager Manuel Pellegrini. Isco, who was available as free agent, he has completed main part of his medical tests as a new Betis player. So Isco is going to be a player for Real Betis, and is joining them on a free, and I think he's going to be one of those players that promise so much in their early ages but never really hit their ceiling. He was a very good player, press resistant, he could play on both attacking flanks, and he was really on fire. I think he's a graduate, not so? Did they get him from Sevilla, as in Real Madrid, or he graduated from the academy? I have to cross check about that, but all I know is that he has gone ahead to play for Real Betis. And when you look at Real Betis, I think he's going to add a lot to them. That is it. He's going to add a lot to them because last season they really finished. Let me see their table. When you look at Real Betis, they finished 6th, meaning that they are going to play in the UEFA Europa League, and they had 60 points. When you add on this guy known as what's the name of the guy I'm talking about? I'm sorry, guys. When you add on the player called Isco onto the squad of Real Betis, obviously you'll find it that you've gone ahead to add in quality on William Carvalho. I think he left. Then Ruiz, Gonzalez, there is Saliba, there is William Jose, and very many others. So that is really a very big indicator that they've gone ahead to strengthen and obviously make their team more and more and more strong, because Isco comes with experience. He's one of those stars that we've seen into the Liga that have gone ahead to really keep us on the edge of our seats. Obviously, a joy for the eye to watch, that is Isco, and he's really doing the needful for the club of Real Betis. Now, as we conclude this episode, allow me bring you a story of Manchester City having reached an agreement with Nathan Ake, and looks like he's going ahead to put pen to paper on his new contract. So, Manchester City have reached an agreement with Nathan Ake. It's done, set to be sealed in the next days. After talks progressing earlier this week, verbal agreement reached today. New long-term deal in place with salary to be increased. Here we go. So we look at Nathan Ake. Last season, he wanted to leave Chelsea. He wanted to leave Man City for Chelsea, as Thomas Tuchel had obviously piqued lots of interest in him. And remember, he's an academy graduate from Chelsea, and Chelsea wanted to get him back because they had sold him to Bournemouth, and as Bournemouth wanted in some money, they sold him to Man City for £40 million. After that, Nathan Ake has turned into a very important player of the squad of Man City, especially for the previous concluded season. He played as a left back for Man City, and he was one of the best players for City last season. I've gone ahead to reward him a new contract because they feel like he has gone ahead to obviously fire all cylinders at Man City, and he deserves to be kept on what we call a good salary, and a deal is going to be announced soon. But it's a here we go, deal agreed, it's going to be signed, and very soon it's going to be announced by City that this guy Nathan Ake is really one of those that is going to stay at City. And I think it's good for City because they're going to hate to lose very many players this summer. Riyad Mahrez, there is Ika Gundogan, Kyle Walker looks in the verge of leaving, Bernardo Silva is also wanting to go. So Laporte, City might lose close to 5 players. So, and if I told you a team like City wouldn't like to lose a player of the quality of Nathan Ake. So guys, your thoughts on to Partey, said to leave at Arsenal, said to stay at Arsenal, are welcome in the comment section below. And do you think it was okay for Arsenal to cool their interest in Lavia to keep Thomas Partey? All that and more into the comment section below. What do you make about Isco medical undergoing in there for you, all a complete first part of the medical? And lastly, your thoughts onto Nathan Ake being kept by City. Aside and for now, see you later. Cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living to God bless you abundantly. My Muslim viewers and subscribers, Barakallahu fikum. See you in a Gifi.